Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to ASUS ROG. As you all can hear, I hope the crowd is hyped. We're about to get into our second group phase day here. It is a fine Friday in Finland. A little bit colder now too, though. It's nice.
I know. Yeah, it's good.
It's real nice, actually. It's been so hot. It's been so hot in Scandinavia. It's almost like we moved Scandinavia and the islands down to the equator for some reason.
Yeah.
I think Odin's playing a trick on us.
Yeah, it's been like super moist.
Yeah, super moist. That's a good way of putting it. You feel like you need a shower, every 5 minutes.
It feels like you're in a shower
you
all
feel
the
dirty,
time.
but then you're used to that, so it's all right.
Yeah, that's true. Yep.
But yeah, man, you played in the groups yesterday. You actually made it through first seed in pretty convincing fashion as well. So now you get to, come actually and help us out with the stream, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's good. It's a good way to actually observe the games in a more analytical way, So, I mean, yeah, it's fun.
For you in particular, now, not only were you going to get to just kind of relax and watch the players too, but you get to actually watch them in game here and impart your wisdom with us here. I mean, I'm really happy you're here, man. Huh. It's always cool working with the father of CS.
So cool.
All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the groups now. Groups C and D are going to be the ones to see today. Out of the first two groups that were played last night, Public Lear, SC, and Menace qualified from Group A. And in Group B, Encore, the man himself right next to me here, and My Revenge are the two teams to make it through. But My Revenge getting hype. Group C, though, is going to be our first group of tonight. It's the one we're going to get into right now. Expert Gaming, Arctic Esports, Games4u, and Paranoia Esports. And the first match on stream is going to be a thing of beauty, I think. It's going to be Games4u versus Paranoia, not to. Now, do you know anything about these teams in particular already? Because I'm sure you have practiced versus them in the past.
Well, Paranoia, they're familiar players to me. There's some ex-teammates, people I've played with before. So I'm expecting they will have good individual level of play. But I mean, the thing that's gonna make it or break it for them is if they can be able to play together as a team. I mean, that's gonna be the thing. I'm not sure how much they practice. I know they have practiced. Not sure how much though. But I mean, if they can get things to click, then I mean, anything can happen.
It seems like this is going to be definitely one of those matches, like the match that we want to see out of all these group stages, in particular because the teams really do seem to me very even in skill.
Yeah.
Because Games4u as well, they've been around, they've been going to different events, but never like making it into the super top events. That's the big thing here. So like this is a good opportunity for both of these teams, in fact, to make their mark, to get some of that recognition. And if they were to take first seed out of this group, I think that'd be amazing. The other match right now that's going to be happening is going to be Expert Gaming. Now, Expert Gaming versus, pardon me, I'm just blanking, of course, Arctic. But Expert Gaming versus Arctic, who do you think is actually favored in that match right there?
I would imagine probably the Norwegians by a little margin. I mean, Arctic has always had a bit of a rough time at tournaments here in Finland. I mean, they haven't really gone to any international events. They've always had trouble advancing from the group play. They seem to be a team where a lot of the time they get up by quite some rounds, but then they falter in the end. So, I mean, they are veteran players. They've been around for ages. They're not like internationally super known players, but still they've been playing the game for a decade almost, most of them. So, I mean, the thing is that they don't have as much time to put into the game, and that's kind of their problem. I mean, they're not able to rack up the hours that you really need to be able to be as good as it's necessary for international competition, and that's a bit of a problem for them.
Well, that's the thing, and we have them actually. Oh no, this is Games4u that we have right here on our streams right now. You guys can see, looking pensive, looking ready. These guys are actually really cool. Got to talk to them for quite a bit yesterday, catch up a bit on the news and see exactly what kind of shape they feel like they're in here leading into this tournament. But these guys are definitely looking to make a mark. Their opponents, Paranoia Esports as well. But it is going to be the first map, and this first map, in fact, for the tournament is going to be one that we haven't actually had on the stream yet. Because it's been like global Mirage pretty much. Like it's no longer Inferno. That's apparently in Finland. It's all about Mirage.
That was kind of weird though. I mean,
wasn't
it is sort of like we're used to seeing a lot of Inferno though, right? So I mean, well, it's a good change of pace, I guess.
I'm happy. I love Mirage.
Yeah,
I never feel like we get to see more, enough of Mirage. So it was like yesterday, I was really happy about it. I was like, sweet, okay, let's see what they can do.
Yeah, I had a lot of problem getting adjusted to this new Mirage, the Valve version. I didn't like it at first at all. Like I hated it to my guts. Up until quite recently, actually. Before, like when we started playing with this team, actually learned how to play it a bit. Like we really got it going, and now I mean I'm cool with the map. But before, I really loved the CE version. That was so good that I was super sad when we didn't get to play it anymore.
Well, that's what's a pretty common thing to be, that's said when we talk about Mirage in particular, is that the CE version was a super popular map. Everybody loved it. It was actually, I think, the most played map as well.
Yeah.
And then going over to the Valve map, I'm just glad that now, after like 6 months or so, even more, we're really starting to see it become fairly common in the pool. It took it like 3 months to start getting played again, and now it's actually a map that we do see teams go to, and we've seen some specialists on.
That's the thing. I mean, like, we've had a lot of discussion about Overpass and Cobblestone recently, and how long has it taken Mirage to really be accepted, like, really be learned by teams and stuff? It's been a lot more than a month, which is the time frame we're getting, to get for the teams going to that tournament to get used to Overpass and Cobblestone. So I mean, it takes a while to get used to these maps, and I think that's been the case with Mirage as well.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's definitely one of the points that was made when we first talked about the recent changes to the map pool going into Gamescom. Of course, it's just around the corner, actually. I mean, this weekend is big for CS. I mean, we've got ASUS ROG here in Finland. There's also G3 happening at the same time in London. That starts off tomorrow, I believe. But then just 2 weeks away, we've got the next major of the year after Katowice.
Yeah, and now we had, like, Faceit just announced a huge
$50,000 tournament as well. Like, it's huge right now what's going on.
Yeah, CS is getting hype.
Now Star Series and ESCA, the group phases are underway as well. And how's Encore doing right now in the Star Series? Because I believe you guys are playing.
No,
right?
we're not in Star Series.
You're in ESCA.
Yeah, I think we're in the main division, I believe. We got there. So I think that's the one before Invite. We unfortunately had to give a forfeit from our first game, but we got like 10 games to play. So I'm pretty sure we'll be comfortable in getting into the playoffs.
All right, well, guys, we're still waiting on everybody to join up on this server. So worry not, we will be underway fairly soon here. Paranoia Esports are the ones we're waiting on, actually. Games4u, everybody here. So already Dust 2. Now Dust 2 is a map. There was one map played yesterday.
Yep.
I believe that was Menace,
who
played on it, a very close map versus MTVG, and it went into overtime. But we haven't actually had many occasions because that actually was played off stream. So now we actually get Dust 2.
Yeah.
I'm hyped.
Yeah, well, I mean, Dust 2, that's like synonym to Counter-Strike nowadays, right? It's been around for more than 10 years. It's a really versatile map where you see a lot of different type of play. Nowadays, before it was so T-sided, but now it's getting more, CTs are getting a lot of rounds nowadays, actually. So a lot of teams are actually favoring the CT side. So, I mean, that's kind of things are changing, the times are changing. And I think that's the best part about Dust 2, is that it's never stale. It always keeps developing. It gets, different kind of play style is favored over time. You can, even if you learned it once, doesn't mean that you'll be good on it, let's say, 3, 4, 5 months in the future. So you've always got to be ready to change your gameplay when it comes to Dust 2.
Yeah, that's a good point to bring up. The fact that it really does seem to be one of the most perfect maps because it's been around for so long and because you keep seeing new styles, new strategies every time. It never gets boring. Yeah. I don't understand when people say, oh, we're always seeing the same maps. I'm like, but we're not. Yeah. We're seeing the same maps. It's the same architecture, but the players, the way that the teams go around on those maps is constantly evolving, constandly changing.
You can argue the same with the normal sports, anything, ice hockey, football. They always develop. They go further. Different kind of strategies are being bring into the game. So the same happens in CS as well. It's doesn't matter if it's a similar scenarios we're playing. Yeah. It'll be different.
Yeah, exactly. And hopefully, we're going to see some big games here today because I believe all 10 players are now on the server. We're going to say that we're ready to go here. And we should be able to get the knife round underway fairly soon. You mentioned, actually, you just touched on this, the fact that we're seeing more and more teams start or favor the CT side, in fact. Hell, they'll win the knife round and still go CT.
Yeah.
Do you think it's going to make a big difference here, who gets to start on which side on this map?
I think the big thing for the Finnish guys, especially, I think, is that they need a really good start to get their things going. If they get a bad start, it's going to mean trouble for the Finnish. That doesn't matter either side they get. Even if they're CT or T, it doesn't matter. As long as they get a good start, that's going to be the key factor here for the Finnish team.
What do you think about that, actually? Because we've seen more and more that, or at least it kind of touches on how Dust 2 has been evolving, but it really does seem to favor momentum, right? Momentum seems to really be a crucial part of this map, regardless of whether you start on CT or T side. If you start to chain rounds together, it seems to be more and more difficult to get that control back away from you and stop that charge. This sort of, do you think these teams are capable of that sort of just tearing away if they start to get a couple rounds under their belt?
I would imagine so. Any competitive team really can do that, because the funny thing about Dust 2 is, like, whenever you get their ball rolling, it's really hard to stop, as you just mentioned, and it just, like, sort of in some kind of a subconscious way, you start to predicting things like, if you block one side of the map and then you start blocking another side of the map, it's like a constant like carousel going around sort of a thing, you know. Because the Dust 2 CT side is not something you're just going to be sitting statically at some positions. It's a lot of movements, a lot of different ways to play it. So especially on CT side, if you get a good roll going, it's really hard for the T's to like get a good read on you. Even if you played aggressively on long the run before, all right, then you're going to just shift your momentum into middle and so forth, and just move the players around.
Do you feel like it favors, like, you know, sometimes we hear that word thrown around, random, right? Like random play on the CT side of Dust 2.
Yeah.
You know, do you think that kind of comes into it, where on CT side you feel like you have to try and throw out these rounds where you go aggressive and just try and push?
Yeah, I mean, the risks. You got to take risks. You got to push sometimes, and because you're not going to win if you're just statically sitting around. If the T's know how to play at Dust 2,
right.
So you really got to take some risk. You need to push and get some areas and make sure that the T's are not able to go wherever they want to go. So, yeah.
All right, guys. Well, the knife round has been won, I believe. And that was actually, let's see, yeah, that was actually by Paranoia Esports picking up that knife round. So it looks like they've chosen to stay on the T side.
Yep.
But yes, in fact, we are ready, just confirming that. And we should be able to get this first game of the day underway. This is the ASUS ROG Counter-Strike Global Offensive Tournament, hosted here at Assembly Summer 2014 on Room on Fire. Thank you all for joining us. But this is going to be Group C, first match. And we get to find out who's going to come out on top between Games4u and Paranoia. But now we are live in the game. It is the pistol round. And the crowd gets hyped. Yeah. I can see Menace in the crowd right there. All right, let's do it. What is going to be the decision here? And a very quick play up short already to start. And there you go. Do for Games4u picks up the first frag of this game. And that's what we're talking about. That kind of aggressive push until it just completely falls apart. In fact, they managed to actually come right back into it, Paranoia, and get onto this B site completely unmolested. Yeah,
the thing was the Revisor's job was to get on short and get a kill maybe there, and then hold for the CTs to over-rotate, and then the T's, the other part of the team was going to go into B, but they are just going into pieces right now.
Holy hell. Sagerton is still alive, however, but not for long.
Yep.
Games4u with a very clean and brave retake. They didn't waste any time at all.
Yeah, the problem was that the Revisor's job was to get a kill on short and get some, like, make the CTs make a move in B, but unable to do so. The rest of this team was just ran into a wall of CTs on B. Seems like Paranoia has bought some CZs and P250s and smoking a flash. No armor though.
Nothing yet, and that's perfect, thank you. Now, this is going to be the big round here for Games4u because they actually have to just shut down. They cannot allow Paranoia to do too much damage here. We see the Pro 90 picked up on Alien, and this is actually a pretty interesting position for him because there is no Kevlar helmet picked up on the T side right now. This Pro 90 could wreak havoc. One thing is that it is going to be a solo hold, but there you go. The FAMAS already put to work, and Transis with a perfect quad spray gets 4 kills as they mill around in the mid doors, and that is a slaughter. That could not have gone better there for Games4u. 1 for 4 trade, not too shabby.
Yeah, that was getting wrecked.
That's getting wrecked, yeah, right? And we got to do it like Anders, right? We got to roll the art like wrecked. That's what he's going for. But
exactly.
That was very fine work indeed.
So now we have Paranoia has just bought, so they're going into the early buy. Yeah.
And yeah, exactly. Well, that early buy, right? They get the plant in the pistol round. So they will have enough money here to actually get a pretty reasonable buy together. Not too many nades to work with, but that's not the real issue for them. They've got the AKs, only 1 Galil. Yep. So there's the firepower on the T side right now. We have to see exactly how they're going to take this from here, though. With they're playing a very standard, actually, kind of setup so far on the T side. I mean, one in upper dark, 3 at mid, and 1 holding at A long. It seems like both teams actually are kind of just like waiting for somebody to make the first move here.
This is a very, very something I know. We used to do this in ends actually. Just play a standard style. We try to get a pick in middle. Revisor doing the picking job here. They're pushing 2 into middle, but unable to get the kills though. Francis and Lunity going town.
And over at Longhouse right now, look at this, Lunity. He's going to move through and he is going to get caught. This is going to go back. Awen is going to get a spray in lower dark though. and maintain that advantage for his team. If it had made it to a 3-on-2, things could have got hairy there for Games4u.
Yep.
But now it's just going to come down to God, who gets caught at top of mid, and a very solid follow-up round there. Games4u actually getting over that first hurdle in the first half for themselves.
Yeah, the problem right now is that Paranoia is not even getting the kills in. They only just got 1 kill, so that means Games4u is really racking up their money as well.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. The money is, it's not getting out of hand completely, but we're still very early in the half. The big thing here is, you're right, not many kills picked up for the T side, only 4 total across 3 rounds. That's not a whole lot of bank, and that's the money that they really need here to be getting off of those kills, and they just aren't making it happen right now. It's turning actually into a fairly good eco round, however, for them, managing to pick up 2 kills. So again, keeping that Games4u economy under control here.
Yeah, Paranoia really need to step up their game right here, right now, because it's going to get out of hand really easily. Like I told you, they're the type of team where a lot of Finnish teams are the type where they need a good start. Otherwise, there's going to be trouble. I've been in that situation myself. A lot of the time, the Finnish teams sort of have a bit of a mental problem with that. Like, if it starts bad, you know, it's like a bad spiral starts to happen. So they really need to pick it up right here.
All right, let's look at Lodi here. He's got a pretty cool boost. Goes for the flick. He's actually going to stick around. Goes for the second opportunity, but unfortunately for him, actually drops off that boost. So no kill here, and actually taking quite a bit of nade damage as well. So that's not going to be the perfect start here for Games4u, but at least they didn't give up a frag, and I think that's going to be the big important point for them here. They want to set this up as Revisor's going to come around the corner. The flash leads, and again, Lodi not able to pick up the shot.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is that they need the first picks. They need the openings, and that's Revisor's job right now. He's being the first man in on a lot of these rounds. He's been out the middle doors. Now he's pushing short, but now he's smoked off, so that didn't work out. Maybe they need to shift their focus into somewhere else. They've had trouble. They're trying going through B split as well. It hasn't worked, but now they got a kill in middle, so there's an opening for them.
And another smoke goes down on short to block off Revisor as well, so they're not going to be able to push up here, but the bomb has made its way up onto box, and I'm wondering actually if it's going to be going up
towards tunnels.
Exactly. They are actually rotating back over to this B site. One big thing here for Games4u is that they are man down now, and they've left the bomb site, the B bomb site, unprotected. They've really focused on this A site. They think this is where it's going to happen, but Lunetti, it's crucial that he gets both of these kills, and he does. Big play there, but this doesn't stop the bomb from making its way onto the bomb site.
Yeah, the bomb's in B, and Reviser, oh, missing those shots. He should have had that kill. Transit with 39 HP left, but the bomb is down, and they got to do a retake in B. Wow, that was a good kill.
That was really nice. Duo.
Making it easier for Paranoia.
Oh, and he could get another one here. He goes for the shot, not going to get it. And now this is actually going to get fairly difficult here as Transis is aggressively looking forward. The point-blank shot missed, and now it's a 2-on-1 situation here for the CT side. It comes down to how well X7 can hold behind the box, but he gets caught over-peaking there.
Yeah, that was just overextending it. I mean, the Opper, he could have just, you know, waited him, but no, instead he wanted to get the pick. Just, you know, stupidity just really cost that round. They should have had that.
Yeah, X7 not exactly up to the best start here either. 1-0-5 for him, so hopefully he'll be able to shake off the nerves and get something going for himself here in this first half, because right now Games4u are off to such a good start, about as good as it can get, really. 5 rounds on the CT side at the beginning of Dust 2 is pretty phenomenal work from them.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems like it's going to be a long push here for Paranoia, getting that first kill again. So now they're starting to pick up the first kills. That's huge. That's the difference from the early rounds. Now they're getting those first kills, that there's a chance. But wow, Diu is in a great position for some sneaky killing.
Oh, they're going to go right on top of him here and trying to find the right man. Not going to get it. Apologies there, but still, the kill goes the same way. And now Paranoia actually bring this back to a 3-on-3 after a bit of a bumpy start. Transis is waiting on cars at long, and he could have an opportunity here. He does, and does not mess up the spray. Good headshot there.
Yeah, 2-on-3 in favor of Games4u right now, and it's a bit of a hairy situation here in the pit. Whoa.
Transis, he's looking on point. Yeah, again. that's not an easy headshot to hit either. You only really barely see you know, the guy in pit there.
I mean, the thing right now, the past couple rounds, Paranoia has been getting those entries. They've been able to get into where they wanted to, but the thing is that now Games4u is just hitting their shots. They're landing those shots they need to maintain their positions. Even though they lost the first guy, still there's been a secondary guy helping them out and getting those kills, and it's coming down to the aiming duels a lot of the time.
A lot of it, and this is now going to be, well, an interesting situation here. Headshot out, Aoyan is going to get one. It's going to be the man pushing up on Cat. The last 2 members here for the T side, aggressively pushing up onto the A side. This smoke is going to buy them a little bit of time here for the counter terrorist. There's the spray, and they can't get the kill. It's just not going the T side way. Paranoia cannot seem to land the shots that they need to give them a chance to get onto these sites.
Yeah, they're being a bit desperate right now. I mean, they should just keep on playing the same picking style they did. They've been successful in getting those first picks. It's not the tactical play is not the problem right here. It's the things they do after they've actually got that first pick. And those duels, they keep losing. So, I mean, just, you know, it's working, but they are just faltering.
And unfortunately for Paranoia, they lose the first man to a boost up there at mid doors. It's going to be Luddy waiting around the corner. In fact, it's switched up for Transis. He's going to get flashed, though. Great flash, but he manages to play the angle, stay alive. He will get overrun in the end. And now it's going to come down to Linetti holding at window. Gets the first spray on Reviser. Good play. Needs to slow them down further here. He can't let them get into this site, but his teammates are shutting him down from behind. And it's going to be Sagerton looking for a flank from A-Long, but not going to get anything done. Reviser with the only frag that round. Again, a bit of a hairy round here. There really just aren't that many kills for the T side in comparison to the CTs.
Only positive I could take out of that was that they decided to actually save instead of force it, to get the ops, get all the equipment they need to really, you know, start trying to reckon up the rounds instead of forcing it, because they're down 8-0 right now, so that they're going to be losing this half anyway. So may as well take that one more round, lose it, and then get more equipment instead of forcing it for like 15 rounds in a row and getting wrecked.
Look at Iowan's position, though. He goes for the pop flash through the smoke like that. They didn't even see that. Everybody out very aggressively onto long from Terra's side, but it looks like that AWP and Pit, it's still alive. They will back off and try and change up the angle, but in the meantime, there's a push in upper dark here for the CT side. Games4u looking to get that information. They can catch a fan out, and there you go, Linetti with another headshot. Catches the man in lower dark. Do is holding up on shore, but that smoke is about to clear. Needs to get another flash here. He might get caught backing off, and he is going to close the angle. 1v2, though, and he's not going to live. It is going to be Aoyan alive. Last man here on this CT slope gets caught, and this is actually looking like a round that Paranoia can take. They've got a two-man advantage, and they have got the site under control.
Yeah, it's a 3-on-1 situation. It should be unwinnable right now unless they really screw it up. No, it's a 2-on-1. They really, if the T guys just play together, I mean, there's no Lunatic is winning this.
There it is.
There we go. Paranoia, they really need to start stringing this together. You know, they can't afford losing this one right here. But I mean, there we saw again. Juho Godax just got a kill along with the op. They got, even though they lost the guy, they still got an opening. They made the CTs rotate, and then they're pushing short. You know, just keep doing those kind of things, and you'll be golden. I'm
looking to see if we're going to see yet another aggressive push out here from Reviser onto long, and yes, he will. Eats a little bit of nade damage there, but he is out. The flash, though, sets it up. He goes for the spray, but Aoyan is going to see through, and in the meantime, we lose that member. Aoyan actually getting caught by God. It's a bit funny saying that, but God. He had his finger, right? He had his finger ready, and he pointed, and it was done. Still looking to see. Again, Games4u are really not afraid of giving up B site. They really do. I mean, it seems like they're not willing to really think that Paranoia are going to try and fake them out at all. They feel like it's just like, okay, they've gotten out on long. This is most likely going to be an A push.
That's one of those things that we were talking pre-game. Taking risks, CT does too, and that's the thing. I mean, you just got to sort of gamble, and you will probably have to retake one of the sites. You're not going to be able to hold both of them. It's not going to work that way. But now we have Lunatic here. He's pushing mid. That's a lot of information, but X7 is in middle doors. He's going to be trouble. Oh, no, he's not. Wow, what happened? That should have been trouble.
That should have been big there for Do, but then they really played that patiently, Paranoia, and it seems like they're starting to figure it out, to pace themselves here. Smoke goes down to cut off cross. Great 180 from Luddy, though. Takes out X7. That brings it back to a 3-on-3, and he's still alive, trying to delay this push across, but it's not going to happen. The bomb will get planted. Sagerton not going down to that nade, and it's going to come down now to the retake situation here. Lunetti already putting pressure from Cat, but I would like to see him pace himself a little bit here and wait for support from his teammates.
Yeah, it's a pretty good plan for long as well. They get an opper, Paranoia does, for long, so this should be around for Paranoia.
Yeah, we're going to look to the opper now. Takes a shot, misses it. Yuho has to be careful. Going for a reload, in fact. He's been shooting quite a bit if he's already out of bullets with that AWP. The flank, or not even the flank, Luddy is actually just going to back off. And at this point, Games4u opting to just try and hold on to their rifles rather than go for this retake. Interesting choice.
Looking at the money situation, that's the right call to do as well. I mean, they will have money to buy this one right here, but if the Zoo lose this one here, that means they'll probably have to eco.
You're right. Holding on to those two guns is going to make all the difference, especially that AWP. But look at their answer, however. They just come right back into it and get a double op play going.
Yeah.
No fear, only dreams.
I mean, that's still CT. We're repeating ourselves here, but still, it is a bit of a. You got to take the risks. And that happens with double offs as well.
Ooh, a bit of a sloppy play there. In fact, quick 1-for-1 trade over at long. That was a big opportunity for Alien to start off strong, and he does not get the kill. Reviser is going to manage to get out into pit, but Ludi is waiting with the AWP, picks him off before he can get anything done. And now the bomb is still here for the CT side, or for the T side rather. And it's on Yuho with this AWP, but for now it seems like Games4u have a pretty decisive advantage going into this. They just need to sit down on the sites and wait.
Yeah, they do. I mean, the worst thing that could happen when you're looking from the view of Games4u is that either God or Yuho get a kill on one of them gets a kill, then it's a wide open round again.
And look at this. God is going to sneak right past Lodi, who was looking towards top mid, but now God is out through B doors, through mid doors rather. He could actually catch a flank here on Du, but he decides not to peek, throws the nade. Lodi is still alive here, however. And they really are trying to see if they can't catch Games4u out. He is going to make the play for short, but there is now a man waiting. Lodi goes for the smoke, and it's going to be the duel here, looking towards long. Who's going to get ready? Who's going to get the flank? The shots go out, and they're missing left and right. Still alive here, Lodi. He's just trying to buy all the time. Missing another shot, going for the duck. He needs to get the job done. He will get overwhelmed. God strikes again, and God with the double kill. The 1v1 with 10 seconds left on this clock. He needs to find Du, but Du realizes exactly what's happening here, and he's going to be in the perfect spot to pick up the final frag. 9-2, and Games4u at the end, they actually come out ahead there in that 3v2.
I mean, that was well played by God up until that very last moment where he was running out with his knife out. I mean, you kind of want to have a weapon out.
Do you say that God is not infallible? Is that?
I guess that's what
I just heard here. Not to. Well, he came close. He came close. That was still a very tough position for the T side to be in.
Yep, but still, we got to buy from Paranoia. They got last bit of their money spent right now. They're taking over long. They noticed that there's no Games4u players there, so they got that area locked down. So now that will give them the information that they're probably going to be playing aggressively on short, and now we'll have to see how that's going to affect the way Paranoia plays out this round.
All right, let's see. It's going to be the shot between Ludi. There's the flick. Yuho getting hit, though. I believe that was aim punch. He doesn't have Kevlar, so that would have been it.
Yeah, seems like they are opting for that long, even though there's an op. Wow. Ludi going to town with the op.
And they decide to back off here. Good call here by the terrorist side. The defense is going to be too powerful on that A side. They decide to change it up. See if they can't make a run at the B side. Perhaps. We do have X7 kind of lurking around mid doors right now, looking to see if anybody's going to be rotating through. There is a man alive, however. That's Lodi once again with that AWP. This man is everywhere right now, really putting a lot of pressure on the T side.
Double kill from Paranoia. That's a wide open round right now.
Now that changes everything. Yep. Brings it back to a 3-on-3. Defense is here, however. Alien is alive. He's on the A slope. There's support here from Lodi on this short, but there's going to be the first kill from Alien as they try and peek out. God backing off. Sagerton is going to be the man here. However, he manages to make it past. It's going to be between Alien and Ludi, and they split the difference. 2 frags for Alien. Ludi gets another one in this round.
Yeah, I mean, back and forth in that round, but then Paranoia unable to break the defense. They needed more grenades, basically. They were just running out like chickens getting shot down with the op, from the op, basically. I mean, they just need more nades to be able to get into the A side with the opper on A.
And so, wow. And again, the slaughter.
The wrecking ball.
The wrecking ball, it just rolls in. They came in and they had no mercy. 5-7 here from Ludi. He's still going to get the headshot, which isn't too shabby, but this gives away the final position here for Reviser, who will point-blank transits, but he's about to get caught in the back. No chance there. Lunetti gets him out, and this is going to be another AWP picked up for Lunetti. But more importantly, 11 rounds now for the CT side here on Dust 2. This is a phenomenal first half for the Swedes coming into this.
Yep. Still, as you can see, Paranoia unable to buy all the nades they wanted to. I mean, they have smokes for everyone, but they don't have all the flashes or the nades. So, I mean, that's a problem. This is the kind of map where you need a lot of smokes, you need a lot of flashes, you need like all the nades possible to be able to enter these sites, because you'll have snipers on the CTs, you'll have auto snipers, you'll have a lot of things to cover with the smokes. And, you know, like we saw the round before, if you don't have that, that's going to be a problem.
Holy hell, this fight that's going down at mid right now. Revicer gets out with 2 HP. Alyan barely survives. He's going to drop the smoke to try and stop the push coming through here. Does not want to get caught. Had an HE in hand, and that would be huge if he could drop it on Revicer. That's not going to be the case. It's going to be Transys taking quite a bit of damage through that smoke. Good firefight to start here, but both teams actually living through it. Nobody dropped yet.
Yeah, Revicer with 2 HP left. Avian with 36. Transys with 41. So there's some damage being dealt. And it seems like it's going to be a short push. Yet again, let's see if they can make this successful this time.
I have to see if he's going to find the opportunity. They're still duo alive on this A site proper. And he is going for a jump. Really?
No.
This is not a scout. He does not have a scout in his hands right now. That's an AWP.
Yeah, I think he's hallucinating.
Wishful thinking. Oh, but I like these smokes coming in here. Duo and Revicer managing to get past, but this is just going to be a solid hold coming out for the CT side. 4 men still alive in a 2-on-4 situation. This is not looking good for the T side. Sagerton trying to wrap around, looking for the angle to work here, and he's going to get the flank. Drops one, but now he's alive. 1v3. A lot of damage dealt to his opponents. He can still do this if he can just find the time to get up to that bomb, but there's only 10 seconds left, and he needs to find the kills. It's not meant to be. 12-2 now, Games4u just seeming to have the CT side of Dust 2 on lockdown.
It must feel for Paranoia right now that the CTs are always where they want to go. Now they're trying to mix it up. They're trying to have one in CT spawn. What did we have from the CTs? Looted there with his 5-7 ready for action. I mean, it doesn't matter what they do right now. It seems like Games4u has a read on them all the time, and that's what I was talking about before the game. Like when you get the ball rolling on CT, it's super hard for the T's to break that out.
All right, are we going to have Mr. Juan Dijk here? Well, there's certainly Mr. Nade. That's sick damage. Dude's going to get the headshot on him, so nothing coming of it that time. Lunetti is now going to find them at mid, and Lunetti's still backing off. It's Transys now trying to put shots through. That smoke is going to be down, blocking him off, but he spots a man get up on Cat, and Lunetti is going to be picking up yet another frag. Lunetti is just wreaking havoc right now. Gets 3 and finally gets taken out of the equation, but it's just too little too late here for the T side. They're down 4 guys. Revicer's got 5 HP. Can he get the shot? Is this going to be the parting shot?
I mean, that was a desperation round. Like, they really, like, they must feel like they've tried everything and they're just unable to do anything. And, you know, too bad. 2 rounds on T side. That's not good. I mean, it basically means they'll have to win that pistol on CT and then, you know, just play it 1 round at a time and see how far they can take it.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Like, they really...
That's the only way you can, like, really put your mental state into. Just win the pistol, win the first weapon round, and then just go from there. Take it round by round.
They're looking for the aggression here, however. I mean, upper dark right now. They are not going to manage to get through there before the smoke goes down. So this is actually an advantageous position. Dude taking quite a bit of damage, dropping down to 1 HP somehow.
Yep.
But now it's going to be at mid doors. Yuho finds the headshot, but then he gets answered instantly. He loses his teammate Revicer, and Lunetti with another kill. This is huge performance from Lunetti. End of the first half and going into the second. He's now got 2 frags to his name. Picks up the bomb. They want to continue the pressure. Alyan is going to push up on Cat, find the defense here. It's going to come down to Long, and Sagerton will actually get the frag, but now he has to try and delay this bomb plant, and they are going to be able to plant safe. There's not a whole lot he can do to stop this.
No, it's going to be a hard retake. 2-on-3 on A side. Wow. Unless Sagerton goes to town and gets more headshots like he just did there. But hey.
Oh, X7!
All right. I just cursed Games4u there.
X7. A double kill.
Yeah. That's one of those situations you don't see a lot of the time because the Glock is so much better in close range like that. Against, like, if you compare to P2000. But, you know, X7 just proving that wrong.
And X7, he's had a bit of a bumpy start as well. God, not quite there. They're actually dead even right now, 7-0-15, 7-1-14. But talk about coming through when your team needed you to.
Yeah, exactly. 2-on-3, bomb was down on... I mean, the Games4u played that right. They wanted to take one of those areas and then get it done with. And unless thing was that X7 just went crazy. And he's going crazy again.
This is a slaughter now.
Give him the ace. Give him the ace. That's the gentleman's agreement. Give him the ace.
Transys punishes Revicer for getting greedy. Now X7, it's your opportunity to shine. Drops him down to 7 HP. Is he going to get the ace? Yes, yeah. He will. X7, 7 frags in a row. Talk about a performance there, and the crowd goes nuts, of course. What a fantastic, fantastic performance there. 4 rounds now. Do you believe? Not doing. Do you believe in your brethren?
Here comes the first hurdle. I mean, they need to get over this one and then another one and like 10 more. So I mean, this will be the first challenge for them after the pistol. Really
nice. Good pressure coming out there, and the anti-flashes as well to stop the punish coming in. So Lunetti can't actually go and hunt for anything more here. Long is going to fall under control of the T side, but they're fine. It seems like they're fine with this, so long as Paranoia can hold on to Cat, and they are rotating 2 guys over here to make sure that they do not lose control of this point of entry into the site.
Yeah, it seems like the Games4u just let 1 guy in the pit, and they're actually taking the bomb towards B. So maybe we will have a fake for A, and the bomb is going to B.
Well, we still have that man alive in the pit right now. He can make some noise to try and keep the 3 guys who are defending A right now for Paranoia still there. It's going to come down once again to X7, though. How does he peek, and can he actually land the shots when he needs to? He doesn't rotate quite off. He's still in a pretty decent spot here. It's a common spot to hold, though, so he has to be careful. He has to land the big shots now, though, and they push through upper dark. Goes for the spray, and X7 and Reviser each getting 1. It's going to be the bomb dropped in upper dark, and Luddy now trying to look. Well, that's not where you want to go, Luddy. Sagerton is waiting.
I wonder what was the purpose for Transis to be on long if they weren't going to use him for anything. I mean, he was just standing in the pit while 1 guy was walking out of mid and 2 guys going through the tunnels to B. So what was the role? Like, I mean, he's going to be super late to help his teammates. They were like believing that they would get those picks in B, and then he would be coming from behind the CT spawn. I mean, in that case, it could have been a good plan, but I mean, that's a big risk to take.
Oh, this is what I was expecting him to do. You know, he's playing out on long right here. If they push through upper dark like that, I was expecting him, when they go for that push, to at least be like somewhere around here.
Exactly.
So that he can start looking for the flank into CT spawn as the CT guys rotate through. That's just not what we saw at all. He was kind of still like way over here when the push came in.
If he was get right, he would have been there.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. That's why that's the reason we call it the get right role.
It's the lurker extraordinaire, right? Well, it's really tough to actually rival get right. Starks has actually been playing that role quite a bit actually for Navi lately as well, which is fun to see.
Yeah, the timing you need to have for that is super hard.
It is not easy, that's for sure. I mean, you really do. It really is down to your feel for the game. You have to have a perfect feel for where the opponents are going to be on the map. And that time, it didn't go for Games4u. 5 rounds now on the board now for the finish hope in this match. And they're going to make, Games4u are going to make a play out through mid doors. No smokes, no surprise, but then Yuho steps in again and gets 2 big kills. It's going to come down to the defense here, and Reviser gets 1. They lose 1 in the exchange, and there's still that AK alive on Transis. He did manage to save it from the last round, so he still has some firepower to put to use here. But it is going to come down to God. And God, all knowing, does he get the smoke down in time to stop this push from coming through? It's not going to do anything. He catches them out on Cat. Going to need some support here from his mates in a second, though. If they manage to get past this point, he needs to stay alive. He has to stay alive at this point, God. Just play it passive, play the angles, and don't give them the opportunity to get the kill. Oh, looking. Transis gets 1. It's now Lunetti alive. Sees at 75 in hand, 1v2, but he can't do it. Paranoia will find him. And X7 and Reviser again alive and kicking.
Yeah, God doing a good job on playing that time. That was the only purpose with like 10 HP, 15 HP left. The only thing he could really do for his team was to just throw those flashes and play as much time for the rotation come in to help him. And he was able to do that. Transis almost turning that around with these 2 kills, but still, Reviser doing the exchange and getting 2 of his own to win the round.
All right, let's see if they're going to get a peek here.
Now it's another hurdle as we have Games4u buying. So, you know, Paranoia, they really just need to keep on getting that ball rolling if they want to be for the contention of winning this match. Seems like a B split is about to happen.
Yeah, they've already managed to sneak their way out mid. This could be big here. And there's the shot. Lodi finds the opening. Entry frag goes the Swedish way.
It's going to be hard for X7. He needs to really go to town here.
He has to stand up big. He has to get this first frag at window. He's not going to get it, and he's going to get flanked out through upper dark. This is not looking good now. Potentially a 14th round on the line here for Games4u. The rotation comes in from the CT side, however, and they are getting out through mid doors. They managed to collapse, but there's a man waiting for them in lower dark, and that's going to buy even more time here for Games4u. This plant is now happening. Shot goes in, but a great headshot from Sagerton. Shuts him down, brings it back to a 3-on-3. And they have to pace themselves here. They managed to remove the man in upper dark, and this is looking pretty damn good here for the Finnish team now, as it is going to be the push out by Lunetti. He's looking to catch a man on B slope off guard, as his teammate is currently covering dark. He gets caught. Do is the last man alive. He's been smoked off. 1v3, and they manage it. Paranoia, 3 guys alive, and a near perfect B retake.
That was more bad play from Games4u than good play from Paranoia. Excuse me if you're if anyone.
Anti-hype, they're banging the sticks together, man. You can't do that.
Seriously, but I mean, good, well, obviously well played as well, but still, those people that were in tunnels just threw that round away by going in way too aggressively. They knew there was 2 in tunnels, so I mean, play the time instead of taking those duels when you don't need to do them.
Well, I liked the position that was it Ludi? I believe Ludi, who had it in lower dark here, that was actually quite a nice little spot to be able to catch them early. If he could have got a frag there, that would have been big for Games4u.
Just goes to show how small things make the difference in Counter-Strike.
Exactly. It's the devil's in the details, and it really is when it comes to Counter-Strike. It's a beautiful thing. But now look at this. The timing from Reviser. God and Reviser working hand in hand, getting 2 kills at the mid doors.
Feels like a repeat from the first half, really. It's just the turns of change now.
This duel on Cat could be huge, but instead, Yuho decides to go back and look, and this is not going to help things here, as now Ludi's going to get the upper hand in that exchange, 2 on 3. Now, they still have the advantage going into this Paranoia Esports, but Games4u are looking pretty solid now. They should be able to get their hands back on this bomb. If they could find one more frag, that would be very big, but Ludi is now telling his teammate, I've got control of A site now, I am out. And he goes for the shot towards mid.
His problem is that we have Shaggerton on long, so that he doesn't know that. He doesn't realize it, and he's going to be in trouble soon.
Does he check the angle?
He's not going to change the angle, no. There's no way.
And I heard that giggle. Whoever that was in the crowd, I heard that giggle. Another round goes Paranoia's way, and this has been just CT rounds this entire game so far.
Yeah, it's been anti-dust too. But no, I mean, I think the map has become more even recently, actually. But right now, like the timings, everything's just going into the CT's favor on both sides here for both teams. Seems like all the time, like all the flashes, everyone's just in the right place at the right time all the time. And neither side is getting rounds up on T. I think it's 6-0, I believe, right now for Paranoia on CT.
Exactly.
So 13-8. I mean, it's getting a bit like, I mean, it's still not scary for Games4u, but they really need to get the openings.
And Ludi's going to be taking point again. AK in hand, catches a man out on cross. He's going to get the first frag, but then Yuho, God is still here. Ludi with 2, though, brings it back to a 3-on-3, but there's still a man alive at long. Not for long, though. Sagerton gets caught, and now it's going to come down to the man working his way up CT slope. Reviser with the headshot, takes out Ludi. It's now into a 2-on-2 as Ludi comes around the corner. Reviser going big. Reviser nearly getting the 3rd, but it's X7 now versus Alien, and the bomb has been planted. X7 now, the pressure on him between both of these players. He needs to come up big. Looking for the nade, not going to get it. Decides to peek instead, and Alien goes down! X7, another big round!
Nice clutch. Reviser making the first kills, and then X7 winning that crucial 1-on-1. Making it 7-0 for Paranoia in the second half. Score overall, 13-9 in favor of Games4u. I mean, I think Games4u is going to get desperate pretty soon unless they get that 14th round soon. So there's a comeback train on the move right now.
This is a huge momentum train. You're right. This is a freight train, and freight trains are big, and they're really hard to stop.
Exactly.
And it seems like the Finnish freight train is a pretty big train as well. This is huge right now. The performance coming out from these guys, it's night and day from the first half.
They're killing my theory of getting it,
right?
Having to get that good early lead. Totally getting wrecked here.
All right, well, let's look at the defense now, because it seems like the focus is going to be on Cat. Yuho's going to be the first man in, gets a double tag. In fact, Ludi is not going to live through the second shot. He's still alive. They're trying to move through, but Paranoia is stepping it up. Another shot from Yuho. He's still here. He gets a second as well. Tag 3 guys, but he finally goes down. The damage has been done to the offense, however. It's going to be Ludi alive. Last man here goes for the plant, and this is definitely the right move for him. Guarantee that money for his teammates. He's 1v3, and he goes down, but he has got that bonus 800 for the rest of his team.
Yeah, that's crucial coming into the next round, so they're getting that bonus money for losing 8 in a row, and also the bomb money, so they will not be able to get all the nades they need, but still, I'm pretty sure they're gonna force it. I mean, the thing is, I think they've been forcing all the time. Maybe they should have saved once in one of these times, but like one of these rounds. But I mean, it's easier for me to save from this side of the table.
Sure.
Really.
It seems to me like that. Well, I mean, once you pass that 5-round mark, you practically can get a pretty healthy buy every round.
Yeah.
If you get that plant. And so it seems to be like Games4u, they're getting plants. It's just they're not able to secure the final frags.
Dust 2, to really, like, the most necessary things you need are smoke and 2 flashes, really.
Pretty much, right?
And then, if you want the extra, then you get a Molotov. Molotovs are really useful on both sides.
Oh, dude, missing a big opportunity here. Revicer is still alive, waiting around the angle. Manages to make it out practically unscathed. Takes 1 damage from that nade. That's pretty good.
I mean, the weird thing is that we've seen 0 fakes. I'm not sure if we've seen any fakes for either team, actually.
Agreed. It's been very straightforward, but again, mid-door is all the focus, and there's the spray. Quick 1-for-1, and it's not going to go their way this time around. Paranoia, it's down to X7. Again, his time to shine. Goes for the spray, not going to get the kill. Decides to rotate around, runs right into him, and this is now a huge opportunity for Games4u. They've got the 2-man lead, and Luddy failing to make it the 3-man lead here. Taking a shot out mid-doors.
Unless they get a kill like the next 5 seconds, like 2 seconds, they should save. The money situation is not that good for them, and they really need those guns for next round. And Dust 2 CT, you need a lot of smoke, you need a lot of nades, you need all the equipment possible to be able to keep those CTs off.
Oh, good spray.
Oh wow, they're going in.
Lodi is here though, and Lodi strikes. Not going to get the second one, though. Again, it's a 1v1. Are you kidding me?
This is becoming the Game of Throws right now.
Oh, and there it is. All-in from Upper Dark will find Sagerton as he goes for the plant. Sagerton, no way of knowing where that last man was, but
wow.
Wow. Game of Throws, that was way too close for comfort.
Yeah, it shouldn't have been that close. I don't know what happened. Like, wow, I'm speechless.
That's definitely a huge play from Paranoia, getting those two entries onto the B site. And with so little time as well, that might have caught Games4u off guard. I'm sure Games4u might, what's going through their heads at that point is, well, I'm sure these guys are going to go and save, right? They're not going to come this late, right?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it's like, hello, windows, doors, people dying left and right, and it's turned into a very close round.
Yeah, look at the money situation though. I mean, imagine if Games4u, they really need this round. And they really want this round because they're going to be dead broke if they lose this one. They had 3 people with $0 in their bank. That's going to mean 1.5K for the next round if they lose it for these 3 guys. Meaning they won't be able to buy properly in that round after either.
This could be, yeah, you're right. This is so important. This could mean the difference between Games4u. I mean, taking this, getting it to 15 rounds, and, well, Paranoia. If they win this round, they could very well close this game and bring it to a 14-14 situation here. We'll have to see if they can manage it. They did get the entry there thanks to Yuho and the peek at mid, but instead it's going to be the rush out B. Great anti-flash, stops Lunetti in his tracks, but Transys going through, managed to pick up one. It's going to be the double spray. Sagerton, or Revicer rather, will get caught. X7 standing his ground at the window. He's still alive, buying even more time. Drops it to a 3-on-2, but Do and Lunetti are here, and they're going to get out onto this site. And now it comes down to the retake, but both members here for Paranoia at full HP. This has to be a big play here from Do. He might take the peek at window after that flash.
So solid HP for you guys, so this is really doable. And there we go.
More than enough time.
Yeah, 11-4. Probably going to be 12-4. And still there's not going to be a lot of money in Games4u's bank.
They're cutting it close here.
No.
All right, there is a bomb, guys, and you kind of have to defuse it at some point. I mean, I understand Yuho wants to go get his AWP, and they're looking around. It's like kids during Halloween. You know, they're like, oh, they're going to go and knock on all the doors and get the candy first, and then go home and defuse the bomb.
Yeah.
All right, but that was fantastic for Paranoia. I mean, now 14-11. This is within striking distance now.
Yeah.
Games4u, as we can see, very little money across the board right now.
Yeah. The good thing for them, they got the bomb down though, so they got the extra from there. So that could probably help them cross the line to get a bye next round, unless something weird happens here. Something weird is happening here.
Big spray, by God. And they lose their teammates. They've lost 2 here so far, but the boost up onto B site could be pretty big here. Revicer's going to be the one taking the peek down at long. There is Transys. He's picked up an M4A1. This could be all he needs, however. If he managed to land a shot, that would be huge for Games4u right now, who are currently 1 round away from at least securing overtime here.
Yeah, it's a little uncomfortable for Paranoia right now, the situation where they are 3-4. I mean, they've still got 2 guys with 100 HP, so they should be fine. That's
double spray.
Yeah, bombs down. Triple from God.
Oh, he gets an M4A4 to play with now, and it's now become a 2-on-1 situation. Smoke not going to do anything here for him. It's going to be Revicer. Has to stop this push. Goes for the spray, and gets it in the end.
A lot of money wasted for Paranoia on that one. 3 kills for Games4u. It's going to be a bye for Games4u, that's for sure. I mean, they can really break into Paranoia's bank as well if they get this 15th round.
Yeah, regarding the money now for Paranoia, they've got 2 guys above 2K, but then it's very cheap. I mean, they're very poor for the rest of the team right now, so there is not a whole lot. This is now just getting down to that final wire, right? It's so close for both teams.
Exactly. Either the team losing this round is going to be in a lot of trouble in the following round. So there's potential we're going to be seeing a 14-14 scoreline if Paranoia can pull this one off here.
Yeah, that's a real threat right now for Games4u.
That's a possibility.
Looking around the map now, it seems that both teams playing very patiently, although there is a bit of an aggressive push. Very long house. Sagerton going to take a peek here, and Sagerton moving through. There is a man, and I like this. I like how thorough Games4u are being right now. Again, with the 1-3-1 setup here on their T side, really covering the angles, making sure that nobody can push in from the CT side. That kind of risky play would get punished right now if Paranoia went for it.
The thing is, Paranoia is actually playing pretty standardly all the time. They're doing the same setup most of the rounds, with Yuho just holding that up for Cat, and then one guy on long, and then they play sort of 1B to mid.
All right, well, we have to see here, Reviser just locking it down. God and Reviser getting frags. Reviser will get caught, however, but there's a man at the window, and it's God. He goes for the spray, gets one, only that, though, and now it's a 2-on-1 situation. Alyan faking the plant, expecting the defense to be here a bit sooner. They are taking their time here, Paranoia Esports. They realize they have all the time in the world. 20 seconds left. All of the pressure is now on Alyan, and he's trying to go for the win. He needs to get 1 kill here. If he can find it fast enough. If Sagerton or Yoho turns away, Alyan could put himself in a position to win this round. Takes a shot, though, and now he's really run out of time. 8 seconds left. They're just going to know that he's not going to be faking this. He just doesn't have the time to. Perfect situation. They get him in the sandwich, and Paranoia play that near perfectly.
Yeah, they didn't, they played it together. The thing was they kept the distance because Avian was trying to get that 1 kill to make it into individual one-on-ones. Unable to do so because the CTs were playing so far back. And basically, yeah, well played. And now, as we can see, Games4u is in a lot of trouble money-wise. Seemingly Dew just bought, didn't he? Yeah. So they've bought some stuff.
Miscommunication there? Or is this like a Russian buy?
It's, it's possible. But it is close to being, it's potentially a 14-14 game here. This round being crucial.
All right, well, let's see. There's the peak. Yuho's now going to get under pressure here. Gets the first shot. Misses the second shot. That man is so low, though. He just needs the pistol, but he doesn't realize that he's down to 11 HP. Goes for another. Not going to get it, but God is lending a hand. And when God steps into the play, it gets scary. The Reviser is still here, however, to support the push, but the bomb is dropped. This is all over the place. What is going on? Lodi getting flanked from long, and that was complete and utter chaos.
Yeah, I mean, they were overextending. The CT guys were. Reviser just running out with his pistol out. He should have just gone back and should have reloaded his weapon.
All right, so 2 rounds in their T side for Paranoia, and so far in this half, 1 round, 4 Games4u. This has been the CT-sided map pretty much for Dust 2, and it's crazy because we were just talking about that at the beginning of this game, that we're starting to see CT sides pick up more rounds on Dust 2. I don't think any of us could have expected this kind of scoreline, though.
No, we've seen this before in other games as well, though, but not that many times. Not usually. This is not something we see every day, though.
Oh, big opportunity here for Linetti. He's going to get around the corner, though. Yuho.
It feels like both teams are just playing really bad on T side, though. I mean, like I said, we haven't seen any fakes. They're just going in, getting wrecked by the Opper, getting that first pick most of the time. Both teams were. There's just a lack of imagination, pretty much.
Oh, the flash is going to be through, and Yuho's again in the right position to get a 3rd frag. He could get a 4th here as well. Avian is there, and he will find the frag. Bring it back to a 2-on-3. Avian looking for long as well. There is a man waiting. He's not going to get it, though, and he runs back into the flames. Too hot in the hot tub. Have to get out.
Yeah, got to be careful with that.
Now we look. I mean, now it comes down to the retake situation here. God is going to get flashed. He goes for the shot. It's down to Avian, and again, Paranoia, 14-14. Soon to be 15 for the Finns. One of the sickest comebacks this tournament.
Wow.
But I can't curse them yet. I can't curse them yet.
Yep, you gotta be going. They need this one more round.
This is when we get overtime.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is when Games4u It took them 15 rounds, but they're going to get that second round.
Then we had Yuho replay going on there. A bit of a Yuho round. All right, 30th round. It's coming down to this. Who's going to take it? Is it going to be overtime or is it going to be a 16-14 Paranoia game?
Again, Games4u really just so aggressive on long. This has been their strategy all T half.
All right. Now they've covered one area of the bomb side of the map. Now there's a possibility for that fake. You know, just move back some people, maybe 50s long, and then take the bomb back to B, maybe.
But the bomb is still sitting there on 2.
Yeah, maybe they're just going to be splitting that site. That would be better than just running 4 guys going from short and getting wrecked like they had before.
Are they going to get Shrek? This is it. Sagerton playing it wisely, decides to back off. There's a support from a teammate, but they've lost Lodi on the site. Now it's going to be God, who has to fall back as well. And so far, Games4u, this is a near perfect A take. The split has worked marvelously for them so far. Lodi is still alive, keeping control of long, but they have to shut down the short push that is going to be coming in here from Paranoia. Yeah. They're wrapping around. They're really looking to try and close in here, but they are a man down. Lunetti is alive. He's done fantastic work throughout the first half. If ever he was going to step it up, now's the time. 2 guys alive here. Oyen trying to go for it. Not going to make it happen. Lunetti, however, is there with a double spray. And Games4u will turn this into an overtime situation. Did I curse them? Did I curse them? Is it real? Is this real life?
Yeah, it is. I mean, you know, the first time they make an actual ace split, they win the round. They've been running either through mid with 4 people or through short for like the 14th round, 14 rounds in a row. The first time they split, they win a round.
And this hold here was very fine work.
That was key.
Because Avian was there, but Avian doesn't get anything, but he's drawing the attention.
Exactly.
And then Lunetti, it was like the jab, right? It was the jab. You know, pay attention to the jab, and then all of a sudden Lunetti like roundhouses you to the face. And
yeah, exactly. That's one of those little things you gotta realize. Counter-Strike is a team game.
Yeah. So already, this is going to be an overtime situation, guys. Just making sure, because some people are leaving.
Yeah.
The match is not over yet.
Stick around, guys. Where are you going?
They stay for regular time, and then, you know, that's the thing. Overtime, it's too much stress. They can't handle it. They have to. They'll look at the results later on HLTV. They're just gonna go. It's not going to happen.
Scary stuff.
And there is currently a match going on at the same time here. In fact, guys, multiple matches running. We have to run them at the same time, obviously, to cover it. But it's Expert versus Arctic. And going to see if we can't get the score here real quick between those guys, get a bit of an update, because that match is going to be a very good one as well. This group is really something special. It's on Nuke, and the score line right now, actually, for the T side, it's 14-5. And it seems like that is for, I'm assuming, Expert. So the map is Nuke. So 14-5 right now, the current score in the other match that's all going on right now. But we should be able to get into these into this overtime now.
Yep, I think it's going to happen soon. Seems like Paranoia is going to start. It seems like Games4u is going to keep on going as T.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe this could be a complete 180 in terms of Ts and CTs, which one getting rounds. Because on that last round, Games4u actually they won a round by doing that split. Maybe they're going to keep on doing that, taking over long and working their way up from there on, not just running 4 people from one spot and getting wrecked.
Okay, so we're back now live in this first round of overtime here. It's MR3, 10K starting money. So what that means is first team to score 4 rounds here in this first in this first round of overtime wins, flat out. So,
Ludi,
4 rounds.
Yeah, Ludi going to pick John long. See if he gets it. Ooh, barely misses that shot.
Very close call. There's a flash out mid, however. Reviser now feeling a little bit of pressure. They're going to come rushing through, and he's got his knife out. Reviser, big mistake there, and that gives the entry to Games4u, who are still on the T side.
I would imagine that was a misclick or something weird happened.
He's going to blame it on his mouse. I know it. We'll find out after the match what happened there for Reviser. For now, at least, pressure is on Paranoia. And again, we see them really focusing on this mid section of the map. It could very well be a B split. It's looking like a B split. It smells like a B split. Is everybody here for a B split?
No.
But now, Games4u,
it's not happening.
They're going long.
Seems like they're going to be splitting A. They're going to try and take over that long with a pop flash. Probably. Yep. Here we go. But instead, we have the CTs falling back. Nope. God trying to use the hand of God.
Nicely done there, though, by Yuho, who's still alive on this site. Smoke is down. He's going to get the point blank. Drops the bomb. brings it back to a 3-on-2. All of a sudden, the offense is vanishing. The defense steps up big, and Yuho with 3 big frags. He could get a 4th one as well. Lodi with the AWP picks off a teammate, and he gets the 2nd one as well. It's down to a 1-on-1, and Sagerton is so close, but Lodi will get this bomb plant now. Is Sagerton going to be in a position to be able to catch him off guard? And it looks like he will not! Lodi! 4 frags! And that was the Opper's round.
Wow.
That was the Opper's round.
There is no tactical analysis to be made from that. That was just pure individual play from 2 Oppers.
And we're going to get to relive Revicer's embarrassing moment there with the knife.
That was just him being asleep.
I thought here that Yuho was going to do it. I mean, that kill right there was crucial. Stopping that bomb carrier puts all of the pressure on Paranoia at that point. But there's Paranoia striking right back. 2nd round here of this half of overtime.
Change of pace. They took over lower dark. Got those first 2 kills.
Are they going to be able to follow up? Oh, Sagerton!
What happened?
Runs out of bullets. He was down to 1 bullet.
Wow.
Lucks out and managed to get his USP out in time, or his P2K out in time to save that situation, but that was very close. Games4u now down to 2 remaining members here, but they are not very close to getting onto a site at this point. Until Do steps in and picks off Sagerton at mid. We have a man alive on short. That's going to be Yuho with that AWP who did so well in the last round. But it doesn't seem like they're really interested in this. It seems like they're maybe have realized they've done some damage to X7.
No, I think it's just a matter of them having lost so many rounds on A. So they probably chosen to go to B because of that.
This is not the ideal position now for X7, though. He might be just a little bit exposed. He's down fairly low as well.
Yeah, he's in a lot of trouble unless he can land these shots.
He's going to get one. Could he get the other one here? Goes for the jump. And that was a bit of a risky play, but he believed in himself. Sometimes you have to have the confidence. And now Transit's looking to turn this into the 1v1. Goes for the spray on God. God is going to get taken out. Deicide has been committed. And Transis has turned this into a 1v1. Spots the last man as well. And Transis will get the kill. Wow. 2 rounds now for the Swedes in this first half of overtime.
Yeah, I mean, Paranoia just throwing away these rounds at the very last second of the round as well. Losing the clutch situations. So we have a replay of that situation.
That was marvelously played there by Transis.
Yeah.
I mean, he got that's the thing. That's what you're really looking to do in that 1v2 sort of situation.
We already got 2 kills from Games4u with the ops. I think probably through the middle doors or so.
And it seems like we had a bit of the duel going down at the start. Revicer is alive with his own scout, going for the jump shot. Is he going to get a tag? Not likely through the smoke. And look at this. Look at this position from Sagerton. Gets the first. Sprays, doesn't get the second. He runs out of bullets. But he does massive damage to Linetti and Lodi both.
Yeah. Forced buy from Paranoia as well, since it's the last round of this half.
Oh, Sagerton is going to be furious with himself there. Huge opportunity missed. And he's going to get another one here, Yuho, but this needs to be big now. 1v2, they know exactly where he's coming from. He's working his way through CT slope. They're going to get up on Cat here, Games4u. They're going to be able to get onto this bomb site, and rather than try and poke and take the fight, they're just playing it safe. Yuho going to get flashed out, tries to deny the plant, and Games4u in this first half of overtime pick up more rounds on the T side. Actually, they've picked up the same number of rounds on this T side, but still, that is 3 rounds in a row. That puts them in a fantastic position to take this entire thing. But as we can see here, the replay of Sagerton not managing to get that second frag was huge. He got greedy.
Yeah, he did. And, you know, Famas is kind of a risky weapon from that length sometimes, especially when you're bursting or spraying that much.
Mm-hmm.
All right, 3-0 and nothing for Games4u. They're on CT side. Let's see how Paranoia, if they can step it up, because they had a lot of trouble as well on T side. Just took over long. Let's see how they can play it out. Maybe they'll try and do an A split just like what Games4u did on the last, or this, I think it was the last or the second to last round on the regular rounds of this match.
The last round was a very successful A split, in fact, for Games4u. So we have to see if Paranoia can do the same here. Right now, it's looking like a pretty even situation. Revicer's taking about half health worth of damage, but this is still no frags going either way. Games4u have to play this very patiently and not give anything up. Spray going through that smoke, too, revealing his position.
Wow, 1 HP left on him.
And yeah, he is down to 1 HP. Scary for him. A lot of damage being dealt, but there is yet to be a frag here. 45 seconds left on this clock, and there we go. Lodi steps it up and picks up 1 for Games4u. Man advantage now goes for the Swedes. Dude is going to be looking long. He's not going to get spotted out, however. Yuho does catch him, but not able to land the frag. It's going to be the push up the short, and Reviser will start off strong, picking off Alya, and we're looking for the flank here from Yuho. Gets the kill on Ludi. Looking for another one. There's another man in CT spawn. That's Dew with 1 HP. And if only you could kill him with the flash nade, that would be huge. But I'm sure he has armor at this point.
Yeah, sort of an A split, even though they were outnumbered though. But still getting the entries again, proving to be the key factor while, like, once they actually started taking over that site. You know, it's pretty simple. It's not rocket science, this game, after all.
I would actually love to see right now more aggression from Paranoia hunting for these frags. Well, there's the pop flash. He's going to turn, and Lunetti's going to get that kill fairly easily done there by him. Paranoia, I mean, in this sort of situation, I mean, you're winning the first round on T side, pretty much. There's no getting around it. But would you really let Games4u save in this sort of situation, seeing as how if the CT side loses the first round and loses all of their guns, they're going to be hard-pressed for money come that third round if things go your way.
No.
In that sort of situation, Natu, would you have let the CT side, you know, just get away with it with save?
I would probably want to get those kills, yeah. I would probably, that would be my, like, if I got to choose, I would go for the kills. Because you'll probably have enough money for 2 buys anyway as team.
Trade of nades in upper dark. X7 taking very minimal damage, in fact. Only 3 lost there. There was a push on short there from the CT side from Games4u, trying to change up the way that they're holding. But nothing really comes of it. And once again, as I say that, Dew is going to get caught on Cat.
Yeah. Reviser being that first guy going in, trying to get the openings once again. Seems like that's his job. Which, you know, makes sense. He's the type of guy, if he can get his game going and getting that, getting those picks, he's a really good player whenever he's on. But, you know, not able to get those kills, or that kill, to be exact.
But I like Games4u right now. What they're doing in this sort of situation is just locking down sites. They're not playing risky. They're not really peeking. As I say that, Yuho will find a kill on transits, but then Yuho's been doing that all game long. Flank coming in from Cat now, however. Yuho takes the jump. He should have spotted Avian out there. He should have seen him. They try and take party shots, but it's not going to be good enough, and they are not going to get any frags. The big thing here, though, is that this bomb site is going to open up for the B business, and Lunetti, he's looking the wrong way, turns around just at the right time, and this could be catastrophic right now. Big frag there. There's the second, and now all of a sudden it's down to Sagerton. 1v3. He gets a kill on Dew before he can make it around the corner, but the bomb is dropped in the B site, and Games4u have all 3 remaining members locking it down. Sagerton coming up the B slope, but only 10 seconds left, and this has got to be it. Sagerton, you have to hit the shots of your life right now if you want to make this happen. He goes for the first, but it's not going to be good enough. And 3, 2, 1, he's out of time, and Games4u in overtime will take their first map of the tournament, Group C. They will be in the winner match.
That was probably the weirdest game we've had so far in this tournament. 12-3 CT for both on the regular time.
And this was huge right here by Lunetti, turning around, spotting the push. But that was just an unheard of first map, actually. CT-sided Dust2. Like, it's hard to get more CT-sided than what we just saw.
Yeah.
Like, nobody on the T side could get anything going. That was all about the CT rounds until overtime, where Games4u all of a sudden remember how to play offense.
Yeah, like, I think it came down to both teams playing really bad T than both teams playing really good CT. I mean, it was just the way they both played was really that was out of any imagination. There were no fakes. It seemed like they was too straightforward. I mean, you know, against some against some teams it actually works, but they should have probably learned after like 12 times that it's not going to work. You really need to like switch it up and do some fakes, and you know. We
saw it several times throughout that match. You know, getting out onto long and then not really doing anything with it. You know, and you think, okay, they get out onto long. This is a good situation, and then nothing really came from it. But let's go ahead and take a look at Group C now. The overlay here for all of 4 teams that are playing right now, and it looks like we've had the results. No, we have not had the results here for Expert Gaming versus Arctic, which was the match that was going on at the same time, as you guys can see, match 2. But now we have the results for match 1. Games4u will take that first win, 19-16 over Paranoia Esports, and go on to the winner match. So now within their grasp, they might actually have chance at first seed. But let's go ahead and actually hear from Ludi now. Ludi, congratulations on the win, man.
Thank you.
Very well played in the end. So, in your opinion, Dust2 CT side?
Yeah. We are strong on the CT side. We are not that strong on the T side, but yeah, we were so close to throw that match away.
It was, I mean, that That T side, okay, what actually happened on the T side for you guys? Because you had such a phenomenal first half, like fantastic. And then T side, you never really managed to get anything going for yourself. What was going through your minds?
We tried to go out the middle all the time, and at least we did understand that it doesn't work.
So it took you like 13 rounds to realize that it's gonna work, it's not gonna work.
Yeah, and then we started to go long and
Yeah.
doing some slow stuffs.
Because I think the first time that you made an A split was in the last round of the match, of the regular time, right? So maybe more of that later.
Yeah, we should do that more.
Yeah.
All right. Well, your next opponents either Expert Gaming or Arctic. Which or do we have the results? Did you see the results?
No, but I think Expert will win. We expect them to be the best team in our group, but yeah, I'm glad that we made this match.
And you have a strong shot at picking up second seed now as well in this group. I mean, if you think Expert are going to take it, I mean, going up against Expert, what's going through your mind right now? Are you guys just going to go ahead and walk it off and rethink the T side?
Oh, I don't know if we're gonna pick those two again after that game. But we were sad that Train were removed from this tournament because we had a really good Train side, both as TS, CT.
What do you think about Cash?
Cash, I think we will remove it, but I'm not sure.
Alright, well, hopefully Expert aren't listening right now.
In BO3 later on, maybe we'll play it.
Have you guys did you practice a lot coming into this event?
Yeah, we have practiced pretty much, but me and Lunedi we are working, so we don't have all the time. But yeah, we have played like pretty much.
Okay. All right. Well, congratulations on your first win of the tournament, and best of luck in the winter match, whoever your opponent is.
Thank you.
We will now be taking a short break now because it looks like both matches have been wrapped up. So we would love to have the results. Actually, if we could have the results real quick, that would be fantastic. But I do believe Expert Gaming, from what we saw earlier, I think the score was like 14-5. So I think Expert will have taken the first map as well. So we should be coming back here after a few minutes with our second match, the winner match of Group C here at ASUS ROG between Games4u, the Swedes, and the Norwegians, Expert Gaming. So you don't want to miss it. Go get a drink and come back.